Behind me, I have the first Zandvoort Blue M2, the new G87 body style. And I'm going to take you guys through a quick little review of this car and the options that are on it. So this one is a sold unit. It's prepped and ready for delivery. And I thought I would make a quick video on this one since it's the first blue new M2 that we've had come through the dealership before it gets delivered. And I'll walk you guys through the specs on this customer ordered one. So this is basically the first one that's not a Hey spec package that's landed at the dealership. It's the first customer ordered one to their design. So of course they went with the brand new Zandvoort Blue exterior. It looks like they also went with the premium package. So premium package, we have comfort door access here on the door handle. We also have the head-up display projection on the inside and the Harman Kardon sound system, as well as they went with the M Highlights Vernasca leather interior. This one is a no-charge option, but you still have to select which interior you want, either between not having the highlights and having blue contrast stitching or having cognac. Those are the three no-charge options. They also added the carbon fiber trim to the inside, and they did option the 8-speed automatic transmission. So we have the carbon fiber 8-speed automatic transmission, carbon fiber steering wheel trim, and the paddle shifters. Now, the M2 has the M highlights illuminated there as standard on the door pedals. The M pedals are standard, the door sills are standard. We'll go a little bit on the outside. Now, they did option the black wheel option, and the first one that has the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. All of the Hey specs seem to have got the Pirelli tires in the tire lottery for these vehicles. Now the looks have been quite controversial. I love the big power dome that the M2 gets on here. The grills are a little bit sunken in compared to other grill options, so that's a little interesting. Of course, we have those new horizontal slats. Looks like the customer on top of the premium package also added in the shadow line headlights. So it's a standalone option, and we have more of the black tint all up in here. Now, one thing that I think that could make the BMW M2 look good at the front, my problem with it is the paint. This whole bottom trim piece, in my opinion, should be the same body color as the vehicle. Now, there was somebody who did this aftermarket, and now that car looks absolutely perfect. Now, you'll see here we are missing a big radar sensor in the middle because this car does not have the active stop and go cruise control. And one way of knowing that this is not a Hey spec package is we have the standard BMW roundels instead of having the 50th year anniversary ones. Now, I also love how on the M2 you have body paint on the M mirror caps. I love how the side skirt is painted, unlike on the M2, and the M240, I mean, and then how the side skirt comes up at the back. Super aggressive there. Come around to the back of the vehicle. The M2 now comes in with the chrome badge. No competition has been announced yet. We have a very boxy looking rear end. And this looks like they have the $100 black tailpipe option for this unit. We have the small black spoiler. Popping the trunk area, we have the carpet, rubber mats, and delivery gift basket waiting to go. We have two release handles there to release those back seats. Now let's go back inside and take a look of the inside. Actually, before we do that, you can see through the rear glass. Now, this glass has been tinted at the dealership. Does not come like this from the factory. What does come from the factory is this carbon fiber roof. So it's a $1,900 option to add the carbon fiber roof. And on the inside, we have this beautiful opening animation on the new M2s with the iDrive 8 system. Ah, it's beautiful. Now, iDrive 8 is the new operating system. Less buttons, more touchscreen. Climate menu has been put in here. I will say that the touchscreen is more responsive. I like how the heated steering wheel is still right here on the steering wheel, unlike on some other models for BMW. Now, main menu, I love how the tiles are slanted for like the M stripe logos. And you can customize these just by pressing, holding, dragging. You can bring these to be where you want them to be. Now, you do have the iDrive controller down here. So while you're driving, mostly you'll use this, but you can use touchscreen whenever you want. Navigation is standard, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Navigation is massive on there. And then I like how the menus, or like going into the vehicle settings, all these menus are sub-menus, like the M Drift Analyzer. That's pretty cool. And then your BMW ID, going in and setting up your BMW ID, one of my favorite things. The live vehicle is pretty cool to see when you're actually driving. Interior lighting, you can adjust the ambient lighting. I like how the M2 now has it on the dashboard, unlike on the lower end trim models. Lots of different colors to go for. We now have a emerald green. I love that. And we have those M highlights, so these do light up at nighttime driving as well. Doors and vehicles access, you can access for proximity. There's also a digital key you can add. When you have the digital key, you tap your phone on the door handle, it unlocks. You put your phone on this pad right here and the vehicle will start. This does not have the wireless charging tray, so that was not added on. 2 cup holders there. And then you have a few other buttons here for parking sensors, engine on off, M mode setup, the exhaust, auto brake, cold parking brake. When you go into M mode, you can set it to be sport or track. You can only do that once it's running. So I'll show you right now. We'll give it a start up. I'm going to start up here. We'll go back into M mode. We want to go sport. And that's what we get for sport. Damn, that's cool. It also changes the head-up display. So I'll go M mode. We'll go back to road. See that head display change? Go back to sport, and you can see it change. And then there's also last one, which is track. You are going on the track. It's going to turn all the safety systems off. It even turns the front screen off. So less distraction. You get tire pressures right up in here. Your intelligent safety is all deactivated, and you are ready to go on the track. Which is pretty cool. Want to come out of that, you just click M mode again, and you can just go back to road. Now, if you do want to adjust your safety and warnings, you come into here, pre-collision, lane departure warning, blind spot monitoring. You have all of these available for you. Steering intervention, speed warning. You can adjust all of those to your preference, and all of those will be under driving settings from that main menu. Also hit setup. We can go into your M1 and your M2s. So right now we are in the standard one. Give it a little rev. You can go into M1, which will go over here. So the engine, the chassis goes into sport. M2, everything is sport plus. Now, this is customizable. This is just a factory default. So the engine goes into sport plus and the exhaust valves open up. You hear the difference. Well, you can come through and you can configure. So you can make, okay, we're configuring now. Let's make everything the way that we want it. M traction control. So you can have everything the way that you want it for each M1 and M2. And then setup is just your normal standard one. Even the braking can be adjusted. And then, of course, if you need to select your temperature, you can just temperature change. Climate menu, I didn't love at first, but what I've realized is most times you don't really do anything. The automatic program with BMW is so good that if you just leave it on low fan, set it to the temperature you want, it does such a good job of getting to that temperature and keeping you comfortable all around the cabin. The really only time you're going to come into this climate menu after that is for the heated seats. But other than that, you'll probably just leave it. If you want a little colder, you just go up and down like that. It does everything else automatically. All right. So you guys, the interior, we looked at the exterior. The only thing we didn't look at is the engine bay. So underneath that power dome of a hood, we've got the S58 engine. So BMW's newest twin turbo 6-cylinder engine. It is a 3-liter pushing out. So they rate it at 453 horsepower, but I've seen some dyno testing at like 465 at the wheel. So BMW's underrating them. What an excellent power plant for this car. Such a beautiful M2. Don't forget, if you guys are in the Toronto marketplace and you're interested in purchasing a BMW, feel free to reach out to me at my email down below, and I'll help you guys out through that process. All right, thank you guys so much for watching this quick review of the Zandvoort Blue brand new M2. Please smash the like button and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video.